Biggie's pre-review brought to you by The Real Study, Sunday nights, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
Welcome to Biggie's Pre-Review. The Pre-Review is where I tell you about upcoming movies coming to movie theaters and beyond. This is for the week June 12th through 18th, 2023. Let's get the ball rolling with Jagged Mind. In this horror thriller, Billy is plagued by blackouts and strange visions that lead her to discover she's stuck in a series of time loops, possibly related to her mysterious new girlfriend. This movie stars Maisie Richardson Sellers and Shannon Woodward, to name a few. This movie looks like it's going to be thrilling, and I can't wait to watch this one. Jagged Mind premieres on Hulu starting June 15th. Next on my list is the animated adventure Elemental. Elemental follows Ember and Wade in a city where fire, water, land, and air residents live together. This movie stars Leah Lewis, Mamadou Athie, Wendy McClendon-Covey, and Catherine O'Hara, to name a few. I'm always down for a great animated adventure, and this looks like it's going to be pretty epic. The movie Elemental premieres in movie theaters starting June 16th. Next up is a movie I've been looking forward to for a long time, The Flash. Barry Allen uses his super speed to change the past, but his attempt to save his family creates a world without superheroes, forcing him to race for his life in order to save the future. This movie stars Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, Sasha Calle, Ben Affleck, Michael Shannon, and Kiersey Clemens, to name a few. The Flash has been a fan favorite of mine for many, many years in the comics, and to see it finally hitting the big screen in his own movie is fantastic, and I cannot wait. The Flash begins in theaters starting June 16th. Alright, next on my list is some horror comedy with The Blackening. 7 friends go away for the weekend, only to find themselves trapped in a cabin with a killer who has a vendetta. They must pit their street smarts and knowledge of horror movies against the murderer to stay alive. This movie stars Grace Byers, Dwayne Perkins, and Jay Farrow, to name a few. I always like comedy with my horror. I think that's one of those niches that just really, really succeeds in doing what it needs to do. Let's go. The Blackening begins in movie theaters starting June 16th. Did somebody say Wes Anderson? Maybe. Possibly. Yes. Let's check in on the new Wes Anderson movie, Asteroid City. World-changing events spectacularly disrupt the itinerary of a junior stargazer / space cadet convention in an American desert town, circa 1955. Now, as I said, this movie is directed by Wes Anderson. It stars quite a slew of people. You've got Tom Hanks, Maya Hawke, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Ed Norton, Adrian Brody, and that's just to name a few. Now, I know a lot of people out there don't really care for Wes Anderson. I'm not one of those people. I enjoy his movies, so I'm really looking forward to this one, especially with the star-studded cast. Let's go. The movie Asteroid City premieres in limited release in theaters starting June 16th. Next up on my list is another one I've been looking forward to with Chris Hemsworth, called Extraction 2. After being presumed dead, mercenary Tyler Rake returns for another high-stakes mission. This movie stars Chris Hemsworth, and if you know, you know, he was presumed dead, but he returns. And this movie, I gotta say, looks action-packed. The first one was definitely kick-ass, and I think this one's gonna be even better. The action thriller Extraction 2 premieres on Netflix starting June 16th. Alright, next on my list is Pretty Red Dress. Pretty Red Dress follows a South London family and how one red dress is the center of their lives. This movie stars Natty Jones and Alexandra Burke, to name a few. This drama looks like it's going to be heavy-hitting and very interesting. It's definitely something that I am compelled to watch, and I can't wait. The movie Pretty Red Dress has a limited release in movie theaters starting June 16th. All right, Last on my list, but certainly not least, is Maggie Moore's. In a dusty desert town where nothing ever happens, a police chief must suddenly deal with the back-to-back murders of two women with the same name. Now, this movie stars Jon Hamm and Tina Fey, to name a few, but this movie looks great. It's going to be one of those mystery movies that keeps you on the edge. I can feel it just from watching the trailer. I'm always down for a great mystery, and seeing these two great actors, Jon Hamm and Tina Fey, in it is going to be something wild. The movie Maggie Moore's has a limited release in movie theaters starting June 16th. Alright, that looks like it's all for the pre-review this week, and I hope to see you out there.